Over a cherry?
No, bro. Oh, God, that's great. Oh, it's something Dad had said.
Do you like more, Dave, with seeds?
Just a couple. I told him, give me a cherry and telling me there's a seed in it. It's like giving someone a banana and saying, hey, there's a skin on that here.
See, baby, it's not
Guess
just
I'm a
me.
dumbass.
It's not just me.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. Sorry.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to pick fruit for a living, literally. I picked
Right.
cherries, and we had cherry trees, and I used to raise cherries. So,
I love that old man. All right. Let's do this.
Would you guys like a cherry?
No, thank you, baby. You're good.
I would have one, but I'll have to wait till.
Okay.
those are
Well,
good cherries, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty
That's
good.
from this tree right here, right?
I pulled a whole bunch.
That's
Didn't
the
I?
Right.
San Joaquin Valley for you.
You guys have been on film now for about 5 minutes.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
You're filming this?
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
hilarious. It'll get you guys giggling.
You got them laughing?
Okay, well, but we're not going to use this.
Sure we are. We don't edit.
Oh, right on.
See?
Yeah.
See what I have to do?
Yeah.
Come on over, Dad. We're going. So here's what we're going to do,
So I
boys
just
and
want
girls.
everybody to see what I have to live with.
So here's what we're going to do, boys and girls. We have a couple signs, and the first thing that
You
What?
haven't said what we're, you gotta kind of do an introduction.
Oh, it's
but-
Friday. Yeah, it's Friday's newsletter. Happy Friday, everyone. We are in California. You're going to see this on Friday, but we're here before that. But that's when this is
We're
going
in
to
the
post.
San Joaquin Valley where they grow great cherries
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
seeds in the middle.
So what we're going to do here is we are going to, we talked about when we first saw Ryan's signs. He's doing a terrific job on his signs. But what we did notice, Dad and I both noticed right away, is that he wasn't carving near deep enough. So what we're going to do tonight, and we think that that's, I see that a lot as an issue with brand new sign carvers.
Yeah, it's fairly common with new sign carvers. They're just not, they carve deep enough when it's first carved, but then after it's sanded off, they sand enough off where it's not deep enough, it doesn't look quite right.
Yeah, and it if you go deeper, it's actually easier. You take out more material, and it's less work. So we are going to, I'm going to set up and carve a little bit here.
While your son gets rid of that stuff in his mouth.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Mom.
Ryan's got snuff in his face again.
It's fake. It's not real.
It's fake snuff. All right.
Snuff in a baggie.
So we have laid out this sign right here. These are some little templates that Ryan is going to, that Vic made for Ryan. And we're going to do some carving on this. We're going to carve some letters. We're going to carve one of these templates because we are, I'm sure we're going to be running long on time. So these, if you, I don't know, babe, how close can you get in on these?
Okay, don't move it.
These are carved, I would say, what do you think, Dad? Somewhere around 1/8 of an inch?
I'd say around 1/8 of an inch.
Is what he ended up with
3/16,
after
maybe.
sanding these off. So what we're going to show is that you want to go deeper than that so that your texture, your background comes out a little bit better, and you've got more a wider line around your letters. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to fire up the router here. We're using the profile bit, and yeah, that's fine. Thank you, son. We're using the profile bit, and I'm going to be somewhere around 3/16 to 1/4 of an inch. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I'll know exactly where I want it to be when I start this thing up
Come
and
over
fire
here.
it up.
I don't even know that we necessarily need to be in here when you're carving.
Ryan
Yeah,
does.
I'm not
Because all of
sure.
your attention is going to be on what you're doing. So.
I'm gonna use my little light, my little Illumilight here, just because we're kind of filming in the evening, and we've got bright lights
You want
over
your,
there.
You want your cheater, son?
Yes, please, Dad. Thank you. Thank you. All right, get that out of the way. And I'm not sure, you're gonna be able to get right in on this carving, babe?
Ouch, I'm gonna do my best. Eric, you gotta move, baby. Little Eric.
Sorry.
That's all right. You
All
didn't
right,
know.
I am, yeah, I'm about 3/16 deep right now. So I'm gonna carve this A-R-T. Here we go.
I don't have my rollers, so I gotta pick the thing up and move it. All right.
Here we go. See the way I did that line? Where I just kind of, I think it looks better like that. And you'll notice, I'm going to shut this off. You'll notice that when I do that, you'll notice, put a little bit more light on there. You'll notice that I leave just a little whisper of black all the way around.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? And then what you do is, then you can go back and just barely kiss that thing and take a little bit more of that away, and you can, basically you kind of shrink that letter down to where you want it to be. But even with just a little bit of black whisper on there, it's perfect like that. You don't need to do anything else to that. It's still, to the naked eye, it's going to be a perfect letter.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and you saw what I did to that R. I just think that's a little bit better. I don't really like that curl up thing. A lot of guys do, and you can leave that there. It's no big deal. I just like to kind of cut that off a little bit because I just think it looks a little bit better. It's a little bit, a little bit different than what the Clarendon letter is, but I like it a little bit more. So,
Okay.
but this is, I don't know, how deep are we there, Dad? You're good at knowing that.
3/16.
We're about 3/16. We're not a full quarter, but we're about three times, almost 3 times deeper than you were on that other one.
Yeah.
And again, you have to remember too, you want to carve a little bit deeper than what you're going to end up with, because you're going to take a little bit of wood off when you
Right.
do your sanding operation. So, anyway, give that a try. I'm going to get out of the way, let you carve the
Just
T
one
and the
thing
W.
I'll point out.
Yeah.
If you get in the habit, now, when your dad started, he did the internal cut here.
Mm-hmm.
But on this one, he didn't do the internal cut. If you'll get in the habit of always doing the internal cut, no matter what the letter is, doing the internal cut first, then you'll never forget them. Occasionally, if you don't do that, occasionally you'll do like an R or some letter like a B,
Yeah.
and you'll forget the internal cut. So if you always just kinda get in the habit of always doing the internal.
Good pointer.
first.
Good pointer, because I've done that. I've
Yeah.
done that many times.
Your dad was not taught that way, but, I mean,
Yeah, well,
he had his own way of doing things.
Yeah.
obviously.
But it's
Yes,
just,
he
it's a
does.
good habit to get into, do that internal part of a letter first.
Okay. Hold on,
So you can just pull that around. and-
Ryan, look up at the camera. Yes, you are your father's son.
What do you-
Minus the beard. I'm talking glasses and.
Well, he had fuzz on his face. then.
All right.
No
I feel like I
pressure.
got a lot of eyes on me right
Yeah,
now.
about 12,000.
Babe,
Right
cord,
on.
What?
cord.
Court? Oh. Yeah. Is it going to be in the way there? Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead,
not if you
Ryan.
pull it up. Pull, yeah.
Just
That
hold
way-
it just like that, Dad.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna stay here. All right, Dad. You direct him, whatever he needs to do. That cord is going to be okay?
That will work, Ryan, that's gonna work.
Thanks, Grandpa.
He never said that to me.
That's good. Shut it down.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, when you're working with the camera on you, it's a good idea to always pick it up now and then so the camera can see what
Oh, I
you've
can
done.
see.
Now,
Oh, okay.
I will point out that by the time you're done with this sign, your hands are going to be cramped because you've got such a tight grip on those, and you really don't need to. Let me sit down there for just a second. When you're carving, when you're in the board, all you're doing really is you're guiding the router bit, okay? So you don't need, what you're doing is holding it like this. You don't need to. As long as the heels of both of your hands are on the board, all you need is just 2 or 3 fingers on that because you're guiding it. You're not, and what you're doing is you're holding it so tight that by the time you get done, your hands are going to be cramped up.
They normally do.
Yeah, I can tell that just from watching you. And it doesn't hurt, to hold it tight, but you don't really need to if you got your hands in contact with the board, the heels of your hands, and you can have 2 fingers here so that you've got the feel of the router base on the board. The rest of the time, all you're doing is you're just guiding it is all, and it really isn't that difficult to do. Oh, here's the light. I took it off, sorry. I don't have my cheaters or glasses on because then I don't need them. So you see how my hands are now?
Yeah.
All I'm doing is I'm just guiding that router bit around. I've got the tips of my fingers are on the board and they're in contact with the router base. This is all you're doing. You see how much fingers on here?
He's got his fingers like on the edge of the router base and in contact.
That's
with
really
the
all
board.
you need to do. All I'm doing is I've got these 3 fingers are on the knobs. My hands give the stability, and with my fingers in contact with the board and the router base, all you're doing is you're just really guiding that thing. And as long as you've got a good sharp cutter, good sharp router bit, you're just guiding it. And I make myself complete a letter. For instance, if I'm going on the W, I will complete the W, and then if there's spaces that need to be touched up, I'll go back and touch them up after I complete the letter.
Oh, okay.
But I force myself mentally, now on this O, I force myself, I'll start at the top, and I'll go all the way around. If I miss a spot, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to force myself to go all the way around, finish the letter up, and then if there's some place that needs to be cleaned up, I'll go back and clean it up. But when I'm carving a sign, I don't like to have to go back and clean it up, so I want to make it right the first time. And it takes practice, but after a while you can get a mindset where when you're carving that letter, you'll complete the letter. Now Eric doesn't always do that. He'll go back and clean up, and sometimes I don't do that. I'll complete the letter, and then if anything needs to be touched up or recarved, I'll go back and do it.
Okay.
But I'll complete the letter first. Now that's just the way I do it. That doesn't mean that's the way you have to do it. The way you did the W and the T worked out great. Those are both excellent letters. When the sign is done, those are going to look like machine carved letters. You did an excellent job on it. The only thing I wanted to point out is you were just making it too much work, and it really isn't that much work. Once you learn to relax your hands, have the heel of your hands on the board, and just use your fingers to guide the router. And then you'll find if you're in a board where the router wants to jump, it'll be the same thing. All you're doing is just guiding it, and you'll guide it between jumps, and you'll find it's a lot easier if you're not holding it real tight. Because if you're holding it tight, it'll want to jump on you. So it's just something I wanted to point out to you and to the camera.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna go on to the next scene where we're gonna change the router bit and do some cleanup on this, and then do a little detail on one of these layout templates. So we'll be right back.
Sorry. Okay, folks, we've got these 1.5-inch letters cut. Now we're going to do the background on them. We're going to do the cleanup. And what I do, a lot of times if I'm carving now, I don't do it. But for people that don't do it a lot, I draw this cloud, what I call a cloud. Have you got this on
I got
camera,
it.
Vic? I draw just a little loop around each letter so that when I'm cutting this cloud, I can see those. And once you get where you're really good, you won't have to do this. You'll be able to follow those letters because you'll know where they are. But when you're first starting out, like Ryan is, I like to have that cloud to go by. Now I'm going to set the depth on this to somewhere around 3/16 of an inch. Now, can you see this?
I can see it.
Okay, now what I do is I just look at it and I look just about to where it's right at the maximum depth that it'll cut before it starts going into the straight. Now I can go a lot deeper than that, and I have on occasion, but I like to go at least that deep when I'm cutting the cloud. So I'm ready to go now, so just follow. When I get ready to cut the cloud, I just drop into it. And I just follow that line around. I try to split the line. And I want to be sure I leave enough for cleanup on each letter. There really isn't any magic way to do this. All you want to do is just be sure and follow the line and not bang into the letter. You want to be sure to leave enough material that when you get ready to do the cleanup around the letter, there's enough material there to do the cleanup. Now that's all there is. That's all it takes to do the cloud. Now, on rare occasions, depending on the sign, I'll go down a lot deeper than that, and then I'll back off to about this depth when I'm doing the cleanup. The reason I do that is because by doing that, it makes this whole thing kind of like stand out like it's on an island. I'm not going to do that on this one, but on occasion I do that, and maybe I'll make a video on that one of these days because it really makes certain signs, it makes them really look unique. So, but we've done what we've done now. You get some good idea. Can you get it on that, Vic?
Yeah,
You get some good idea, and I'm slightly deeper on that cloud. I'm just slightly deeper than the depth that we cut the letters. But that's going to make the sign look good.
Sorry.
And of
Thank
course
you.
now you realize that after we get it done, we'll have to sand some of it off. So it's going to look good when we get it done. Now who's going to do the cleanup on it?
Do you want me to do the cleanup?
You want to do the cleanup?
Yeah,
Tom?
I'll do half of it and let Ryan do the other half.
Okay.
Sure. Let me jump in there.
I just wanted to show you how I do that cloud effect. And the reason I do it is just so you can follow the line and be sure you got a nice cloud so you got that dip in between each letter.
All right. Good job, Dad. All right, Ryan. Let's get this done here.
You might want to reset that depth if you don't like it.
Nope, looks good to me. Let's see. All right.
That's where you Now, grab that, grab one of your little signs over there and compare those. Compare
So
the
now-
background.
Yeah, so now look at the texture of these, the difference in texture between these two. And you'll see what happened was you were going so shallow that you just have to make so many little tiny circles. My circles are much, much bigger, and the texture is more in there, and it just goes so much faster.
That would have taken me 15 minutes to do.
Yeah.
At this depth for sure.
All right, so give that a try.
This
Just take
way,
your time.
it's a lot faster and it looks better.
Yeah.
Just take your time on it. You don't have to be in a
The
hurry.
only thing you have to be careful of is not to bang into the letter, that's all. No pressure.
All right, son, show how to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Bigger circles.
Same thing on your grip now. Watch your grip on the router.
There you go. Bigger circles. Look at the hang of it. Good.
That is taking a lot more wood out than I'm used to.
Yeah. That's good. Don't take any more than that. Yeah, that's good. No, you're fine. Good. Out. Come out. Okay. Good. Now you're out. There you go. Now you're all right. Good. No, no, that's good. Don't try and get too close in there. Good. Keep going, just like that. There's a bug on me, sorry. Just barely touch it and then out. Drop straight down and then out. Good. Good. Excellent. So now, let's take a look and see what the difference between yours and mine is.
Use your brush.
Yeah, knock the sawdust, turn it over, and then just now brush it. So now let's take a look between the difference between yours and mine. Not that much difference to the naked eye, but if you look, you'll see I took a lot less passes to take this out than you did. And the reason that this has more texture to it is just simply my circular motions were a little bit bigger than yours. So what's happening is you're used to those little tiny small circles. Even though you're taking out more wood, you're just making more tinier circles in
And
there.
if you look where your dad did it here and where you did it up here, you did it right up here.
Yeah, it's much closer to this. So you just kind of get used to that. When you started here, look how tiny those little circles are.
Yeah.
See, I made, I don't know, I'm not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 there. And if you counted those, you did probably twice as many.
Yeah.
And you see most of that wood is gone. It's almost has a flat look to it.
It just takes practice, Ryan. But
Yeah,
you're
No,
just doing
you
extra.
did fine. You didn't make the letters at all.
This looks so much better than your other effort.
Yeah.
By the time this is done and sanded off, it'll just be.
Yeah, it looked just like mine.
Yeah.
No, that's
Okay.
good.
Cool.
I think we're running so long on this, guys. I don't think we're even gonna. We really showed here what we wanted to show, which was carving at a deeper depth. The same rule that we did on these letters, the same rule would apply on any of these layout templates. So, unfortunately, we're just running so long on this. I don't want to take, any more time on that. I think we showed exactly, we pretty much showed exactly what we wanted to show.
Yeah, and all the viewers will get good information on what we taught to Ryan, and they can apply it to their signs.
So a couple things I wanted to mention. If the sound doesn't sound exactly right, come on over and hear it, guys. So if the sound doesn't sound exactly right, it's because somehow we misplaced our microphone. So we're filming off the regular microphone rather than our lavalier mic. So we apologize. While the router was running, Dad was talking sometimes, I was talking sometimes, and you might not hear that. So that's the reason for that. Normally our sound is a little bit better than this, but we're in a remote location, so that's the way it goes. So
And I mentioned when I cut this cloud, now if I had used a little bit larger bit, and if I had cut like 1/8 of an inch deeper, this whole thing would almost be like setting up out on an island. And that's what I was talking about. I'm not going to do it on this video, but I may make another video.
You did a video once, though. There's a video on there, and it's called Dave's Background. If you guys want to see it, just type in the channel search Dave's Background, and he does exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah,
So but we might do it again.
It's a very effective way to make specialized letters on it. It depends on the sign, but it's a very, very special way to make a sign that the letters really stand out. So it's I just wanted to point that out. Go ahead.
No, that's pretty much it.
Good job, Ryan.
Good
Thanks,
job,
guys.
son. Good job.
All right.
It was fun. So I hope you guys learned something from this. Questions, comments, let me know.
Can you guys stand up side by side?
All three of us?
All three of you?
She's not putting my glasses on.
No.
Yeah. She wants us standing up.
She wants to stand up.
Sometimes,
All right.
sometimes when she talks, I can't hear what she said.
Yeah, I
Me
wish
neither.
I wish
Okay.
that was the case for me.
I want everybody to see the three amigos. Look at that. They are identical. So 3 stages of life right there with these guys.
All right.
I have one benefit, and that's
He
He's
has
got-
hair.
Yeah,
Ta-da.
yeah. But it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Now he takes after his mom.
Yeah, he'll probably have hair all his life.
Anyway.
All right. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We sure appreciate it. I hope this was helpful to you. We're going to hear, you're going to see Ryan more, I'm sure.
He's going to be sign carver of the day one of these days.
Yeah,
someday.
someday really soon. So anyway, guys, that's it. This is Friday's video, so you won't see us again till Monday. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and
We're going back to Arizona.
yeah, we're heading back home, so you guys will see us. You'll see us on Monday. So
Adios.
see you, everybody.
you
Thanks.
later.
Bye.